All right. Hey, everybody. Welcome to, let me turn this volume down a little bit here. Welcome to my live stream at home. Normally I'm at the office or some other setting, but at home I had to be here to handle some stuff. We had a good meeting for the agency. We are having a great week, and I'm excited for the production that we're putting up right here. So, want to welcome any questions or comments that you guys have. Please, if you have any questions, just drop them in the comment section. What I'm going to be covering here, I'm going to put ask any questions, please. So what I'm going to be talking about here is how to stay in shape and how to stay fit as a life insurance agent. So I know a lot of you guys that I see on here from YouTube, from Instagram and Facebook and stuff like that. You guys work out, you guys exercise, you guys stay in shape. Some of you in better shape than me, but some of you aren't. So I'm going to go over how you can stay in shape and stay fit as an insurance agent, because I know this can be an all-encompassing business, and I want to share something that I've been really good at. And what actually prompted me to do this is that a couple weeks ago I put on my goals. I put my goals that I want to have for this quarter, and one of them was a weight goal. I want to be 225 pounds and lean. So someone messaged me, they DM'd me, and they were like, man, that's the hardest goal out of all those. And like some more business related, right? And I'm like, dang, I think that's the easiest one. But it made me think of Warren Buffett when he says, like, something's only risky if you don't know what you're doing. So for me to get to 225 pounds and lean, it's not risky at all, because I know what I'm doing. I know how to work, how to eat right and diet, and what to do for lifting. So I'm going to go over here. I'm going to break some internet myths that are pretty rampant on lifting and exercise. So, and how I stay in shape. So first off, if you're selling insurance and you want to be in shape and you want to be fit, I recommend that you wake up real early to go to the gym. That may be hard for you because some of you are parents, and maybe you're single parents, you got the kid at home or something. I'd find a gym with a daycare. There are a lot of gyms with daycares. I know LA Fitness has daycares. I don't know what times it opens, but bottom line, I would go to the gym in the morning, because number one, what it lets you do is it lets you have a win in the morning. So you can own your body, conquer your body to own your day, or something like that. So you wake up early, you beat the sun up. I wake up about 4:30, 5 o'clock. I listen to an audiobook and I go to the gym. So I recommend getting into a fitness routine in the morning. Now, I'm going to go over with you guys how you can build muscle and not have to be at the gym for 3 hours a day. And you can consistently gain on your exercises and look good. So the first thing that I want to go over is that less is more when it comes to fitness for most people. So a lot of us are going to see these influencers and stuff online and Instagram who are in like incredible shape, who prescribe these like absurdly long workout routines and super high volume. What you got to realize is, one, a lot of these people are on a lot of performance enhancers, okay? And then also, they probably looked pretty good before they even started working out. Now, there are a lot of them, I'm not discrediting any of the hard work that they put in, but a lot of the people that look like absolutely insane. If you guys have any questions about health and fitness, I'm going over how to stay healthy, how to stay in shape, and how to stay fit as an insurance agent, and what's worked for me. So if you have any questions, and also any sales related questions, just drop them in there. I just know that this is like an important part of my success in insurance, is because you do one thing how you do everything, right? So if I don't take care of my body, I'm not really going to take care of my business. So I'm going to go over how you guys can take care of your body to take care of your business. So you don't have to be in shape and to gain muscle and to be lean. You don't have to work out a ton of like all the time in the gym. And believe it or not, long distance running is not really conducive to a lot of muscle growth. So what I recommend that you do is you work on the four main the main exercises, the main compound movements. So this is if you want to work on increasing your bench press, your squats, your deadlifts, and your barbell rows, and also maybe even your overhead presses, pull-ups, dips, stuff like that. So those big compound exercises. Now, you'll see online, Instagram, Facebook, maybe probably TikTok, all these people who do these crazy exercises and a bunch of repetitions every time they're in the gym. You don't have to do that. My routine is super, super basic, and I'm able to progress every single week. So I go in, say like Monday, I'm going to do chest, and I'm going to do shoulders. How do I get the best practice as a telesales agent? Okay, so MJ Howard said, how do we get the best practice as a telesales agent? Well, if you want, we can practice right now, MJ. We can kind of have an impromptu thing here if you'd like. Let me know if you want to practice right now. We can practice on anything you want. I can send you an invite link. Anybody who wants to join up on the studio with me, just click on the link in the box there. I'd say best practice as a telesales agent, you want to get a script that works. First that, so email me at jve@thejve.com. I'm going to put my email in here, jve@thejve.com. Reach out to me, ask me for a copy of the script, or really whatever you need, okay? All right, so anybody who wants to join up on this Zoom, just click that link, okay? Just click that link in the not on the Zoom, on the live. Click that link. I'll bring you into the studio right here with me, and we'll talk. So, basic routine, guys. So all you got to do is work out 3 or 4 days a week. That's it. Pick a few exercises. You don't have to do a ton of lifts. So like on Monday, if you want to do like chest and shoulders, do one exercise for chest, 2 or 3 sets, one exercise for shoulders, 2 or 3 sets, and do some cardio. I like some like high intensity interval training, like HIIT training, like a heavy on a spin bike for like 15 seconds, and then slower for 45 seconds, and then heavier for 15 seconds. And then write down all your lifts, okay? And then the next day, say you're going to do hamstrings and biceps, right? That's how my split is. I'll do hamstrings, a heavy hamstring exercise, 2 or 3 sets. I write down what I do, and then I do biceps and then calf raises. And I write down what I do for my exercises, for those, from exercise, and then I track exactly my weight and my reps. And every week when I go back, I try to increase that 2 reps or add some weight to what I'm doing, increase the resistance. So then Wednesday I have a break. Thursday I just do one back exercise. Today I did chin-ups, and then I did a tricep exercise, and then I did some abs and some cardio. So super simple routine. And then tomorrow or Saturday I'm going to do squats, 2 or 3 sets, and then I'm going to do calf raises and then maybe some cardio. So it's super simple. And some tips on food. I like to go to Costco. So Costco has a lot of like pre-packaged food, like pre-cooked rice. They have pre-cooked meats and stuff that are actually really good. So that helps you meal prep. But you can get a bunch of stuff and cook it all up and just have meals for the whole week. So that's really the basics of it. I know that this is not completely like what the channel is usually on. Please drop any questions here. So you guys can ask any questions too in the chat. One thing that I want to go over here I think is important for staying fit and more. Okay. So one thing I think that's really important, everybody, is that when you are in telesales, or actually any insurance sales, I see a lot of people get a sale and then like kind of give up for the day. Not they don't give up, they let off the gas. Like if you get a sale, that's kind of like that was what you should have done. Okay, so one of the biggest ruiners of momentum is actually success, because people are successful, they make a sale, and then they want to just pull off the gas and reward themselves. They want to say, hey, I just did such a good job, I'm going to take a break now. And that's actually a really bad thing. So I don't want any of you guys to do that. I want you to celebrate your wins, but carry that win into your next call, into your next sale, so that you don't lose that momentum. So your best sale, the easiest sale is made after you just made a sale, because you have the high, you have the momentum, and you feel good about it, and you have the confidence that you need to succeed. So make sure that you're sticking to your targets that you set to yourself for dial counts or talk times or presentation amount, presentation volume. You got to hit that no matter what. Even if you get a sale early, yes, give yourself a pat on the back, say you did a good job. But if you get a sale, you're really just doing your job. And I'm not saying it to burst anyone's bubble or rain on their parade, but that's what it is. You're a life insurance agent. Your job is to sell life insurance. So if you did your job, that's great. Awesome. Celebrate later. Don't celebrate when you get the sale. Another thing too is if you have a tough day and a tough time, you got to make sure you hit those numbers no matter what. People working at home and I think that's why telesales is so much harder than face-to-face, because people have to work at home in that environment, in the home environment. And it's just weird sometimes. Sometimes there's a bunch of people home. Sometimes there's like distractions, and people may think you're just at home chilling. So a lot of things come up that can actually pull you away and make it difficult for you to work at home. So I think that's one of the biggest things people run into is that they have these challenges and the those things at home that get in the way. One thing I'm seeing my agents this week that they've needed a lot of help with is following the script word for word, exactly as it says. So it's very easy, guys, when you start out, if you're a new agent, it's very easy to get a script and not want to say exactly as it is word for word because you may think that you don't have to, or you're like, hey, that's just a guidepost. Look, if you're brand new, that thing's more than a guidepost. That thing should be like your holy book. Like that thing is like what you are going to follow to make money. So if you're a new agent, you want to follow your script. Like just say it word for word and listen to your upline. Role play with your upliner or listen to other people make their calls. I've seen it this week. Like brand new agents, we practice, we role play, we role play. Now all of a sudden they get on the call and they're not saying it right, even from the beginning. Right in the beginning, my script doesn't say hi. Is this Justin? Say hi, Justin. Just like that. Hi, Justin. So when I hop on and I hear agents say, hi, is this Mr. Von Eigen on the call? It's like, nah, dude, you're screwing up the first line. Like follow exactly what it is, word for word. And I've also seen veteran agents start to think that they're too good to use the basics, which is something like someone says, I already have insurance. And they're like, oh, what do you have? Oh, when'd you get that? What do you have? You don't ask that question right off the bat. You say, hey, I'm surprised. I would be surprised if you didn't already have coverage. Most people I speak with do, but they find this information really valuable, and then you get right back to the script because they're just trying to throw you off. So don't validate their objections. Lily said, "Does it have to be a gym? I like to do yoga on my mat at home. My local gym. I know these people, and they are distracting. Yeah, I mean, whatever. If you don't want to go to the gym, then you don't have to. It doesn't have to be like at a local gym. I would just say like." Pick an exercise routine, and then diet is super important too. So like for diet, so Lillian, what you're going to find is like exercise is really like 30% of it. Okay, diet is really like 70%. So if you have a couple days of eating really nutritious food and cutting out the simple carbs, cutting out alcohol, cutting out processed foods, and like nut oils, like canola oil, stuff like that, you're gonna feel so much better. Like you are like on a fuel high. Like the last week or so, my diet's been perfect. Not a single cheat meal. Everything was like right on point, and I have so much energy right now. It's 5:15, and I'm like ready to go. I'm gonna have to like wind myself down before bed because I'm on this like this fuel system. So, and I don't believe that like eating vegetables is the only healthy thing. I have a friend who like all this person eats is meat, and that's it. So, and there's nothing wrong at all. So, yeah, I mean, and then and my girlfriend, she only eats meat. So and she's in incredible shape, super healthy, blood work perfect, so I believe in eating a lot of meat. I believe in eating a lot of protein. Protein fuels your day. Don't start your morning with carbohydrates, guys. If you start your morning with like cereal, like, oh my god, that's so kindergarten, right? Like, good for you, Lillian, that's awesome. Like, don't start your morning with a bunch of carbohydrates and sugars, guys. Start it with protein and fat. Have like a steak is better to have for breakfast than for dinner, to be honest with you. You wake up, have eggs and sausage or eggs and bacon or something like that. You get some good long-lasting fuel in you, and you're going to feel better through the rest of the day. So like me having this fitness routine, the reason why I talk about this, I know I'm not a fitness channel, but I think this helps me be successful in business because you do one thing how you do everything. If you take care of if you treat your body like crap, you're going to treat your business like crap. Eventually, at some point, there's going to be some part of your business that you're slacking on. Mom, body, soul, exactly, Rob. Vegeta, how many grams you take in a day? It's about 300, about 250 to 300. So like breakfast, I'll have 8 hard-boiled eggs for breakfast. I have 4 pieces of thick-cut bacon. Every day this week I've had that. And then I have 2 tablespoons of almond butter, and I have a protein shake with, it has like 3/4 of a cup of orange juice in it, because that's usually my post-workout meal. So I only have that many carbs. You don't have to wake up and have a ton of carbs, guys. There's this myth where you have to wake up and like carb up because you were sleeping and you didn't eat anything. Like, no, you're not depleted. You didn't eat. You didn't move. Unless you're like, crazy panic attacks when you're sleeping or something. You're flailing all over the place. Like, yeah. then you don't have to have a ton of carbs. So I'll have that for breakfast. It's about 1,000 calories or more. And calories are easier to get with fats too. Macadamia nuts are super high in calories, so they're a really really good energy source that you don't have to eat a ton of, and they're not like super filling. You don't feel bloated or anything like that. So then lunch, I'll have at Costco. I get these Bibigo rice bowls. It's Bibigo. It's just like Korean sticky rice. It's really cool. It's like a pack of pre-made rice. Put it in the microwave for a minute and a half. I have my pre-made meat, whatever it is. I chop that up, some hot sauce, scarf it down, have another protein shake, have my vitamins, everything that I take. So I take vitamin E, vitamin A, vitamin D, vitamin C, a few types of vitamin B. I take alpha lipoic acid. I take pantethine. I take citrus bergamot. I take cinnamon. I take beetroot extract. I take a joint support vitamin. I take a multi-mineral. I take a calcium, magnesium, zinc pill. I take those are just some of the those are most of the supplements that I take nutrient wise for vitamins and minerals throughout the day. So I'll split those up. So you guys want to have a heavy stack of vitamins and minerals that you're taking throughout the day, and space them out throughout the day. Because if I took all those at once, my acid reflux would like kill me. So you want to split those up. All right. And I found that since I've been eating a lot less processed carbs, and the only carbs I really eat are like sweet potatoes and rice, that's it. My acid indigestion has disappeared, and it's just me. And I barely even eat carbs compared to what I ate before. So ever tried athletic greens? Yeah, I've tried the greens. I like greens, but I don't know. Vegetables, I don't eat a ton of vegetables. I have vitamins, supplemented vitamins and minerals. I feel like vegetables get me like super bloated. And this goes against contrary to everything that's like been in the news lately or whatever about like, eat every vegetable on the planet. But I think we are meant to eat, if you think about it. In like ancient times, if you take an army of people who only ate beans and lettuce and you put it against an army of people who only ate like animals, the people who only ate animals are probably going to do a little bit better when it came down to it. So the greens are good. I just I don't know. I get bloat and stuff, but I do have them. They are a good supplement. I just don't put them enough. I'm not saying they're bad. It's just for me, sometimes I get adverse reaction to them. Cool. So I use an app called MyFitnessPal. So there's a website, MyFitnessPal. I forgot to eat my veggies on purpose. Think about it. Little kids don't like vegetables, right? There's a reason why they don't like vegetables. It's not because, like, I don't know. I've always thought that, hey, there's a reason why this kid doesn't want to eat this. Now, granted, you can't feed him crap like cereal and stuff all the time, but hey, if you put, like, some other, I don't know. I don't know. Okay, cool. Love videos, but struggle. Oh, by the way, record what you eat in MyFitnessPal. Okay, it's an app, and it's really easy to use, called MyFitnessPal. You can just record what you eat because you want to track your calories for that day. Okay, it makes it a fun game too. It's like, hey, I want to like stay on target with this. I love your videos, but struggling with my script. Okay, MJ, if you want to role play with me right now, I am more than happy to invite you to the live here. All you got to do is click on that link right there. It's in the chat. You can just click on that link. You want to come in? MJ, just let me know. If you don't want to, it's okay. Okay. Any fasting routines? No, I do not have a fasting routine. I don't have a fasting routine. I never fasted really. The only time I'll fast, actually no, I've done intermittent fasting before, but I just found that I wasn't getting my calories in the same. I don't know. I operate really well when I have like a high fat, high protein breakfast. That's it. But I would rather fast than have a high carb breakfast. That's for sure. Do I take nootropics, mushrooms? No, I don't take anything like that. I don't take any nootropics or mushrooms. I don't want to mess with like my brain chemistry or anything like that. I think our brains are pretty efficient at what they do. There are some things that can help with focus or whatever it may be, but I don't want to take anything that like messes potentially with like brain chemistry or anything like that. I'm sure they're totally safe and harmless, but I've never taken any. I know some people who have. I know some people who have, and they like them. Oh, there is actually this thing that I like to take. Here, I'll put it in the chat here. It's KE4 ketone esters. So I think I spelled esters wrong. KE4 ketone esters. I think it's ESTHER. No, it's ESTER. Yeah. So KE4 ketone ester. It's DBHB, I think, is what the chemical compound is. They're so good. Like so, what it is, it's like without having to go into ketosis and like go through that torture, you can take ketone esters from that company only. Those are the only good ones I've ever tried. Those ones you take them and you get the same effect as if you were in ketosis. So you feel like energetic, you feel excited, like you feel like super focused. It's hard to explain, but they're really really good. I think someone just tried to jump in here. I don't know if I missed you or what. I think someone just tried to jump in. But yeah, so that's what I take for focus there, and then I'll have like some coffee in the morning. I got MJ here, probably connecting microphone or whatever. I know MJ's trying to join. We'll see if MJ can join up. Give her a minute here. Guys, any questions that you have about health, fitness, exercise routines, or about final expense, just drop it in the comments here, please. I think MJ may be connecting. I'm not sure what's going on. Let's see. Oh, no, keeps bouncing back. Okay. All right. Well, hey, keep dropping questions in here too, guys. So, what I'll cover, I know this is kind of all over the place. These live things, I'm still getting used to. I don't know like the best format to do it. What body fat percentage you shoot for? Under 10. So I really want to be like 8%. So my goal is to be 225 pounds at 8% body fat, like 8% nation, right? Gotta do it that way. Um, how do I maintain good tones while talking with? Oh, by the way, Vegeta, body fat percentage. The more you eat more fats, and you're gonna low body fat. That's what it is. Um, oh, geez, MJ, I'm sorry. That's so weird. I don't know why. What's it saying? Lillian asking how do you maintain good tones while talking with the clients? I feel like I talk too fast and high pitched. So Lillian, if you have any call recordings, just send it to me. I'll listen to a couple of them. What I do is I've really perfected my tone to my um, by listening to my calls, right? Like I started to listen to how I sounded, and I said, hey, what I buy from myself here, and it just kind of came over time with studying the different tonalities. Jordan Belfort talks about them a lot. He's really good with that stuff. I learned it from some of his programs. But I would say this, and this is how I teach it to my agents. I say, excuse me, I say use the tone that is going to elicit the response you're looking for in the client. So if you're looking for a client to feel comfortable with talking to you, then that's the type of tone you want to use in the beginning. If you're looking for the client to want to start to feel like this is something they should do on an emotional level, then you want to do that type of tone. Okay? So for instance, I'll give you an example. In the beginning, in the greeting, the tone, like you want to be energetic, enthusiastic, and excited. I believe that. So if I was calling you Lillian, I'd say, hey Lillian, it's Justin. How you doing today? So I would take complete interest in who you are because people like talking to people who are interested in them. So I would want to use a tone that is disarming, and I would want to use a tone that would get people to want to talk to me. They're like, hey, this person sounds like someone I would want to talk to. Not this person sounds like an insurance agent. I don't want that. Okay? So I do with Ringy. Okay, well, hey, email it to me. If you got any, you can just email it to me. Let me see, JB. You got my email. You got my email, but I'll put it in here anyway if anybody else needs it. Also, you guys can shoot me a text message if you need anything right there. So yeah, like that's the type of tone you want to use. And then you can use a leading tone. So when you end the words in phrases, when you have the last word of a phrase have an upswing in tonality, you are showing interest in that. What do I mean by that? So if I called you and I said, "Hey, hi Lily," yeah, "Hey Lily, it's Justin. How you doing today?" Great. Well, hey, Lily, I'm with Senior Life Services, and the reason for my call is that a little while back. So you see how I am increasing my tone towards the end of the phrase, right? Senior Life Services. And the reason for my call is that a little while back, so when you end a phrase with a tone that's higher than what you begin it with, you're showing interest in that. Think about it like a little kid comes up to you and they have like, oh, look at this water bottle. Like their tone is going to increase at the end. There's a crescendo. Okay, so that's one thing that's helped me with tone. MJ Howard, how do I charge? I honestly, MJ, I have so many agents that I coach every day that are on my team and my agency. I don't really do outside coaching. I have a course, but the point of this isn't to really solicit anything. If you want, you can just reach out to me and we can talk for a little bit. That's fine. Shoot me a text message. I'd love to help you out. I'll hop on a call with you or whatever. That's cool. I don't really have like coaching schedules or anything like that because I have agents. I have like 100 agents almost. So I pull the top hardest workers out and we do coaching that way. Tonality is the biggest thing though. Like if your tone is off, your sales are going to be down 100%. It's the biggest thing. You don't even have to know what you're talking about. Just sound like you know what you're talking about. It's really what for a newer agent. I can tell if someone's going to be successful pretty quick based on their tone. I can tell if they're going to have a fast start or if they're going to be a struggle. If someone's tone is off, I'm like, oh God, this is going to be a lot of work. Because tone is one of the toughest things to train with people. It can be done. It's a lot of repetition, Lily and Jordan Belfort videos are really good on that stuff. You want to watch some of Jordan Belfort stuff. You can learn on like straight line tonalities. Or Way of the Wolf. I think he talks about him in his book, The Way of the Wolf. So asking with your new agents, how many times do you have to listen to the calls until you fix them? Asking with your new agents, how many times do you have to listen to calls? Not sure what you mean, but if you're saying like how many times do they go through a review before they fix something? Look, you've never heard Jordan Belfort. Okay, wow, Wolf of Wall Street. I'll put his name in here. So it depends. Some people are going to be harder than others, right? Some people you listen to a call once, they pick it up and apply it. Some people you listen to a call once, you have to role play it like 30 times and they're still struggling, and then they get on the phone and they forget everything you told them. Some people you role play, they nail it the first couple times. You think they're good to go, and then they get on the phone, you listen to their calls, and they're right back to where they started. They're right back to square one. So everyone's a little different there, Lily. And really what it depends on is your aptitude. So people have different aptitudes, right? It's like how quickly can you learn something and then apply it? How quickly can you just learn something and apply it? That's really like what it comes down to. So if you can learn something quickly and apply it quickly and make sure that you're implementing it, then hey, that's what's going to help you be successful. The faster, because the only difference between where you are and a top producer is hey, they know something that they've been applying that you don't know yet. That's the only difference. Is what it is. There's something they know that you don't know yet. Okay. Cool. Any other questions in here? You guys want to drop some stuff for me? Lily, I appreciate it. MJ, shoot me a text because or an email. There's my number. Well, we can definitely connect after this. I'm busy today. I'm traveling in the morning tomorrow, but I'm definitely like I want to connect with you, and I'll help you any way I can. So I appreciate you reaching out to me. Does SLS have plans of opening up an office in Orlando? No, but we hire remotely. I can hire remotely outside of Florida. So if you want to check out what we have, You can just reach out to me, but I can't hire outside of Florida. But um, yeah, if you have any questions about our system or anything, you can just reach out to me. That's cool. Never thought. Yeah, for sure, Lily. Just sent you my script via email, but we'll text. Yeah. So MJ, we can practice on your script, but I don't really know the script. You know what I mean? I have my script. I know that it works for me. I can take a look at what you have for sure, but I would be hard for me to train you. Um, okay, so what I'm seeing here, MJ, on your script is, guys. So this is what the script says. It says, "Hey, it's blank getting back to you from over here at Senior Care Plan. I'm calling you back regarding your Facebook or TV or direct mail request for some information about low-cost life insurance. Now, you're still resident of Massachusetts, right? Yes, great. And Benny, when you called in or whatever, requested the information, were you looking for this protection for yourself or a loved one? Um, okay, so what I would change about that is the instead of saying low cost life insurance, what I would say is like, I wouldn't say life insurance. You got to match the pitch to the marketing, MJ, right? So if someone's like, if it's for like mortgage protection, then yeah, you're going to want to say life insurance or mortgage protection insurance or how it's marketed. Like say you get a direct mail lead and it says like, oh, protect your mortgage with this life insurance plan, then you're not going to call them and say, hey, what, the state approved program. So, but if your ads in your final or the final expense lead you're calling, if the ad says state approved final expense burial program or state approved burial program, you don't want to call them and mention life insurance because they're not going to. The pitch has to match the marketing. You see what I'm saying? Like, yeah, it does. Okay. Yeah, simple change. Mike's right. Mike's really good on the phone, guys. Mike DeCecco, who's in the chats here, he's really good. And it's honestly, it's like these small little changes, like little small tweaks lead to big peaks in production and really anything. Like, as long as the effort's there, then small, tiny little alterations are what make the biggest difference I've seen. As long as you're following the script, it's like small little things. All right, so like that's an example there, MJ, of like what I wouldn't say low cost life insurance. I would say if I'm selling final expense and I know the ads say state approved burial program, I'd say you were requesting information on the state approved burial programs. Does that ring a bell? So that's how I would approach it. But we can cover it for sure. Appreciate that. Thanks for sending that over. Awesome. Cool. Anybody else have any questions here about sales, marketing, recruiting, agency growth? Any questions there about that? Can you earn more than 50% in your agency? That's our starting commission, 50% of the annual premium plus bonuses. So you get an unlimited amount of leads to call. Yeah, you can earn more than 50% because there's a lot of bonuses. Like every single week, there's extra tons of bonuses. There's weekly, semi-annual, annual, quarterly bonuses, monthly bonuses. And they're significant, like based on the production. From what I've seen that other agencies and IMOs provide for bonuses based on like production levels and what people can win, ours are like pretty big considering. But Vegeta, you got to ask yourself this, right? Like if someone's out there selling 15,000 AP a week, spending $400 on ads a week, and they're independent, I would never recommend them to work with me. If they're just selling, if they wanted to build a telesales agency, 100% I'd recommend them to work with us. But if they're just on their own crushing it, that's cool. But that's like the 0.1% of insurance agents out there. So if you're struggling in 120% of nothing is nothing. I'm not saying you're not selling anything. I don't know what your numbers are. I don't know what your numbers are. But I say that when agents come to me who struggle, who are struggling, they're like, oh, I don't want to give them my commission percentage. I'm like, hey, I get it. I don't blame you. But like, how much money did you make? The last 3 months. It's like, I really haven't made anything. It's like, okay, cool. Well, that's what that 120% commission level got you. Not everyone can handle that. And I have people who come here and then, hey, they go end up being independent. And I went and just trained someone's agent, which is cool, whatever. I want them to be successful. People who come here, do well, leave, come back, and they're like, hey, that wasn't what I thought it would be. So everybody's a different plan. Like something's gonna be different for everybody. At least here, you don't have to worry about the CRM. You don't have to worry about leads. You don't have to worry about anything. You literally just jump on and plug and play. So yeah, there is some sacrifice with it on a commission standpoint, but I think the volume can make up for it. So override really looks like team production. You can get a significant good override on pretty good override on your people, and it really depends on what your production standpoint is at. It can be anywhere from 10% to 30% essentially. But you would never get that full 30 because you're you'd have people under you in a leadership level. Like you want to scale up like that. Cool thing is that we don't have any downline chargebacks. So there's no roll up debt, which is why that's big for a telesales agency. Because guys, it's harder to build a telesales agency than face to face. I'm going to tell you why. So when you're selling face to face and you're in the home and you tell a client, hey, I got to oh, hold on, I got an agent calling me right here. So say you're face to face in front of a client. An agent calls you and they're like, hey, I need help. Okay, cool. You can take that call. You can tell your client, hey, hold up a second. I have an agent that works with me. I'm training right now. They just need some of my help. You can answer the group chat. Hey, I'm not being rude here. I'm paying attention to you. I have a few agents I'm trying to help out. And they're forgiving. They're going to be like, yeah, okay, cool, whatever. But when you're on the phone, you can't be like, let me put you on hold for 5 minutes while I go help an agent. So when you're selling face to face, you can still sell while building a team. Okay? When you're building a team face to face, you can still sell while building a team. When you're in telesales, building a team, you can still sell while you're building a team. But if you want your team to grow really fast and not have a ton of chargebacks and stuff, move like down the line, you want to be like 100% into the people that are there. I found that was the biggest difference for me when I went from building a team face to face to building a team telesales. Is like, hey, I can't sell anymore because I got people calling me all day, and if I can't put Miss Jones on hold, she's gonna hang up on me. That was the biggest thing. There are people who may disagree with that. That's totally fine. Mike said, tone and delivery is everything. Final expense clients have talked to 1,000 salespeople. My group's the professionally blunt group. Just be honest and help the families. Yeah, right. Like everybody's tone's gonna tone and delivery is the whole thing. That's all it is. It's literally tone. It's tone and delivery. Because these people are for final expense, you're not only fighting them for final expense. They're getting calls from Life Alert. They're getting calls from Medicare right now. They're getting crushed with Medicare calls right now. They're getting calls about literally everything. So you have to separate yourself from the pack. How can you do that? If you're working face to face, maybe put something nice on, look professional, whatever. You may separate yourself with the way that you look from an immediate standpoint. Unfortunately, people do judge based on looks. But if you're working on the phone, the only thing that you can discern yourself with from the start is your tone. Leads offer my team members for free. Yeah. That's how it is. So but we are a captive agency, right? When people join us, they have to cancel their existing carrier contracts because we provide all the leads to people. So it's like, I don't know. I'm doing really well here, and I'm making good money, making a lot of money. So no complaints on my end. I don't care. I think I make more money now than if I was paying for everything and all the overhead myself to manage. Because think about this too. As you scale, you're gonna have to staff. Like you have to staff up. Like as you scale and build an agency, you have to staff up. You need an assistant. You need to handle all the licensing, contracting, recruiting, the scheduling, the interviews. If you decide to do an LOA model, the payroll is a nightmare, right? Handling everyone's leads, handling everyone's complaints. Once you get to a certain amount of agents, you're literally just dealing with people's personal problems. Like, hey, I got something going on. I got to talk to you, or hey, I need this. Like you end up you're not babysitting everybody. It's not really babysitting, but you're helping people. You're helping develop people. So when you become a leader, it's a totally different thing. Yeah, for sure. Yeah, it's pretty turnkey, but you got to work your butt off. You got to put a lot of work in. So it's definitely not any easier effort wise because of what's provided. It's not like you have to work less to be successful. All right. So I don't want to, I don't want anybody watching this after be confused by this. I don't want this to turn into a recruiting thing, though. I really don't. Just like to be transparent. If you ask me a question, appreciate that. Okay, cool. Well, we're turning up on 40 minutes here. I'm going to hop off now. I appreciate you guys. Thank you for being here. I'll be here next Thursday as well at 5 p.m. And thank you. I hope you all enjoyed it. And I got a good video coming out on Monday about the routines that changed my life. So it's kind of play off the fitness thing, but it's not just fitness routine. It's like what's my morning routine, my fitness routine, my reading, like what do I do? What routines have helped me make a lot of money? I'm going to be giving those to you guys on Monday. So check out my video. It'll drop at 5 p.m. Eastern time. Any last questions before I go? Anybody want to put some questions in there? Give you guys a few seconds here. All right, cool. Appreciate you guys. See you later.